Tomorrow, I'll be laying out a very specific plan about how we deal with another issue, which is the way we use energy in the United States of America, particularly our addiction to oil, and what do we do about the great moral issue of global warming? This is not some abstract thing. This is an emergency for America. In fact, I'm feeling a little global warming right now. Here's what it boils down to. America needs to be leading on these things. And think about this for just a minute. We are 4% of the world's population. We emit 25% of the world's greenhouse gases. How in the world do we go to the developing nations, India, China, other countries, with any credibility and ask them to join us in a global solution to a huge problem? If you have seen the Pentagon's report on what could happen if, in fact, the temperature on the planet goes up 4 to 8 degrees over the next 75 years, it makes world war look tame. Migration of hundreds of millions of people. Not enough food. Not enough water. Incredible political upheaval. This is an emergency. We are near the tipping point right now. And America has got to lead. And we have to lead in a way that demonstrates our commitment to ourselves and to the world. Here are some examples of things we ought to do. We ought to invest in a serious way in clean alternative sources of energy. Wind, solar, biofuels. That's what America as a nation should be doing. On top of that, it is time for the President of the United States to ask Americans to be patriotic about something other than war. It is time to ask Americans to conserve. And that means we've got to drive more fuel-efficient vehicles. It means we've got to conserve in our homes. We've got to conserve in our workplaces. And we need, in my judgment, we need a national cap on carbon dioxide emissions. We ought to ratchet that cap down every single day. I am proud of the fact that I am the only, at this moment, the only presidential campaign that is committed to run a carbon-neutral presidential campaign. So I don't contribute to this ongoing problem of climate change. But I want to say, I don't want to be alone in this. I challenge the other campaigns. I ask them to join me in this commitment. It's something all of us should be doing. We should be doing everything in our power to preserve what God gave us. This earth that we're responsible for. All of us have a responsibility to do that.